boy, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. It's your guy, Nick Frazier, man, and we back around the water cooler tonight. And tonight, man, we're going to get into this conversation about what has been some of this overarching theme around SEC Media Days about adding a ninth game to the SEC schedule for these conferences, man. Should they do it? Should they not? I don't know. We're going to talk about it right after this, man. Water Cooler Talk Podcast, Water Cooler Talk Sports coming up next. Let's
Boys
go.
and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
You are now tuned in to Water Cooler Talks, covering everything you love about college football, especially everything going down in the SEC Conference. So, if you love college football, you need to lock in. And now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, boy. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. My name is Nick Frazier, one half of the Water Cooler Talk Podcast. My guy, my co-host, my man, my ace, boom, coon, my guy, Marcus could not make it with us tonight, man. Had some stuff he had to take care of, man. But tonight, around the water cooler, we got with us the man, the myth, the legend. You know him from Tight Sports and Alabama Football Megacast, the one and only Tight. What up, Tight? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. I think the boy sung us a lullaby today, and got pretty good rest and a good nap right after that. And I'm feeling good. I'm ready for this.
Okay, all right. That's all right. He said you ready for it, ladies and gentlemen. Also around the water cooler with us tonight from the Golden Brew Podcast. You seen him on here before, our friend Vandy Chris. What up, Chris? How you feeling, man?
Andy Chris.
Man, I am feeling great. My boys Diego Pavia, Martell Hite kicked this stuff off on Monday down there in Atlanta, GA. He had the biggest room of reporters for Diego Pavia of the whole media days. Man, I'm excited to get this going, man.
Okay, all right.
All right.
I guess.
Be careful what you ask for that.
We gonna see. But man, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. This is gonna be a good episode. We thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Before we get into it, man, make sure you follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23, and of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and when we go live, man. Let's take a look in the chat, see who all in the chat, man. We got the Huggy Beard in the chat with us. What up, Huggy? Hope you're doing all right tonight, man. C Hall in the chat with us as well, man. He's saying War Eagle, hope everything good. He's saying hi to Tight, hello.
Hey,
It's what it is, man. It's all good, man. We
wonder what's the animosity about.
Hey, you know what it is. You know what it is, man. But we thank y'all so much, man, for rocking with us, man. Let's not waste any more time and let's go ahead and let's get to the conversation tonight at hand. Let's head to the first half. Let's go.
This is the first half.
All right, man. We in the first half right now, man. We thank y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Let's go ahead and get to the conversation, man. Tight, you hit on it a little bit, man. I'm gonna give you a little chance to, kind of brag on your Alabama football team. Since you are the resident Alabama fan here, we're gonna let you brag on it a little bit and tell us what you think about the season, man. Because you know what? I want you to answer a question. I want you to answer a question. Shout out to Jermaine Mims. Jermaine was on the Jermaine was he was in the comments yesterday.
He's a great American.
I said, I'm not discounting that. Not discounting that. Shout out to Jermaine. I said that I felt that Auburn had the second best roster in the conference when it comes to the two deep rotation and what's coming back production-wise on both offense and defense, is what I said. He called me a hater because he feels that Alabama has a better roster when it comes to the two deep rotation than what Auburn has. If I'm correct, he quoted it. He said that's just like him saying that Cam Coleman is mid when we all know he's an elite wide receiver. I said based on the production that's returning, based on if you go by position groups, if you go by what's returning and you go position group by position group, I think Auburn has a better roster than for who's going to play this year. Tight, your thoughts on that, and I want to give Vandy Chris thoughts on that as well.
I'm gonna just say like this. On the offense, we don't know what our offense really looks like. We got a packed running back room. Many people said they got a top 10 receiver room. The line, I don't know about the too deep on the line so much. I think our starters will be great, but Proctor's been ailing. He was up there on the SEC Media Days today. He's been ailing. I think they'll pull it together though, because they do have more experienced players coming back on this line. Okay. I can't go with you. Well, back up. Cam Coleman is a playmaker. I don't doubt that. We're still working on the back challenge trying to get him to make better decisions going forward. But he's definitely a playmaker.
You're in the AJ McCarron camp. That's what it sounds like.
Right. You definitely have but on defense, Nick, them boys on defense, man, I'm just gonna tell you, I know people they talk about defensive line. They think we have no linebackers for some reason, but they actually got hurt and they returned. So they kind of really mature at linebacker. Everybody seems to be cautious of Q Russo. I won't say scared. I don't think nobody on that football field is scared, but Q Russo is a person you have to keep your eyes on. And our DB room is ridiculous. I expect a little bit of an exodus at the end of the season, depending on how the rotation, even with the rule change that you guys made me aware of with Sankey and them talking about, defenses coming in and out in an athletic fashion, whatever the heck that means.
Athletic pace.
Okay. You 300 pounds in third quarter. I don't know what they look like. Sounds very subjective to me. But I think the smart person, Nick Saban used to play 22 people or 26 people. I think we probably be playing 30 people on defense, man. It's going to be a big rotation. It's going to be crazy. The DB room is crazy. I'm telling you, the DB room is nuts. So offense, I give you that, I guess, because, we got Ryan Grubb coming in. Ty Simpson can always wet the bed. Jackson Arnold's more proven. He can always wet the bed. I think we got better running backs. Are we going to use them? I think we got better running backs. Richard Young he had a high ankle sprain last year. He was about to burn something up. No, it wasn't, because Slick was calling the plays. So if we use them, I think but overall, I think you guys should have congealed a lot more than the offense. But on defense, I'll stand on that defense right now.
I have a rebuttal to that, but I'm gonna let Vandy Chris go first. Go ahead, Vandy.
So if we're talking about returning production, Vanderbilt returns the most offensive production in the SEC.
Okay, you got a point there. I can't disagree.
And the most defensive production in the SEC. And as far as Alabama's DBs go, I'm still waiting for them DBs to show up to stop my boy from scoring the touchdown when he was 30 yards past everybody. On fourth down.
Tight, what you got to say about that, Tight?
Not much, because we know Diego Pavia and Vanderbilt will sue you at the drop of a hat.
Now, if you're gonna
after 40 years, you got nothing.
If you're going to throw that out there, Alabama's got a player on their roster who's benefiting from the Diego Pavia ruling.
Hey, we got a defensive lineman back for this year, and we're gonna get some more next year. We're gonna have more of those, because we're gonna get the. I think the boys gonna go to JUCO this year, to be honest.
So I will say this: Alabama's got the best linebacker room in the country, bar none. Best linebacker room in the country. I
didn't even say that. They said, Vandy Chris, I've seen in writing, people that get paid to do this, they say Alabama's linebackers, they don't know where they're going to get their linebacker play from. And that was after the draft when Deontay Lawson was was healing up.
I think they got the best linebacker room in the country. As far as some of these receivers that you mentioned, Cam Coleman, I didn't see him when we went down to Auburn and paid them a visit. Ryan Williams, I might be talking some smack here, but
what's up, Auburn Dad? What's up, What's up, Auburn Dad? How y'all feeling?
Let him run, Nick. Let him run.
I gotta go. I gotta get the whole thought out. I gotta get the whole thought real quick.
And it may come back to bite me in the Netherlands, but when we ruffle feathers and we go into media days and our athletes and our coaches are talking about, we have a goal and we want to win championships. We get made fun of for saying that. But if that's not your goal, why are you playing the sport?
Well, I answer the question because when I look at Vanderbilt's schedule, I'm like, I don't know,
Okay.
Let's look at Vanderbilt's 2025 football schedule.
Okay.
Let's look at the schedule. All right, so you start the season off, and me and Marcus went over this Monday night. You start the season off with Charleston Southern. We say that's a win. We'll give y'all that win. All right. The next game is at Virginia Tech.
We're beating them.
I you know what? I agree with you. I would give you the Virginia Tech game. I'm not disagreeing with you there. Mm-hmm. The next game at South Carolina.
That's a loss.
Okay, I was hoping you weren't about to say that. Okay. Then you got Georgia State at home. You lost to Georgia State last year. That's
not happening this year.
Okay. All right. Okay. Alabama at Alabama. I'm sorry. You got Utah State at home before that.
We're beating Utah State.
Okay, so that's that right there. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so right now you got Vanderbilt 4-1. Okay, now you have to travel to Alabama.
We're losing that game.
Okay, 4-2. Then you have LSU at home.
Losing that game.
Okay, 4-3. Missouri at home.
We spanking that ass.
Whoa!
If y'all beat Missouri, and this is the perfect time to do it. But if y'all do that, I'm like, okay.
Let me give you context on that.
Okay.
Right? Missouri lost Brady Cook.
Yep, they got Bo Pribula from Penn State.
Oh, yay! Okay, he's a backup at Penn State.
Yeah, because they had Drew Allen. They had Drew Allen starting.
Drew Allen ain't nobody.
But Drew Allen is okay. Let me not say that because I know JT get mad when I say that about Drew Allen.
Who is JT?
Okay. But they also lost Luther Burden.
Okay.
Theo Weiss. Okay. So who's he going to throw the ball to?
Kevin Coleman.
And they lost both of their running backs that led the team in rushing last year.
I remember Luther Burden being like half of the offense.
Who was the number one? Who was the number one running back in the portal? Went to Missouri.
From where?
Okay.
He came out of a G5 conference. He was the number one rated running back in the portal of all running backs. Well, depending on who you ask, number one, number two. Ahmad Hardy. He is at Missouri right now.
And until I see,
he'll be a sophomore this year.
Until I see something out of Missouri, I have to believe they're going to be the worst team in the SEC.
What?
Based on what they lost.
They lost a lot.
They lost their entire offense.
Zion Young on defense. Josiah Trotter, Damon Wilson on defense. You telling me?
So let me.
Guys ain't gonna be enough.
Let me remind you. When we went to Columbia, Missouri last year.
Okay.
There was a kickoff. The guy caught it 3 yards deep in the end zone, runs it out to the 3-yard line, gets bottled up, retreats back into the end zone. Is tackled in the end zone. They spotted the ball at the 3-yard line. It should have been a safety. Vanderbilt wins that game 22-20 in regulation at Columbia, Missouri last year.
Oh, yeah, I remember that game. I did watch that game. It was close. Okay. But one more thing I'll say about this, Nick, and you got to be hesitant about these transfers. We got a guy.
Yes.
Draylen Washington, University of Louisiana, did well at University of Louisiana. As he's been working out in the spring, not even in the summer, he was making all these comments about this is different. He's like, this guy did well. I think he had 1,200 yards or something. But he's like, this is different. He said, this is on another level. Even the running back coach talked about he had to pick up his pace, pick up his amount of his work. It's different. And they think he'll get playing time. That in the spring, when he first signed up, they say he's going to be number 2. And I was like, well, I don't know what Richard Young got to say about that. Now he's like a 3-4 because, man, he's coming in with experience, but that experience is different. I don't know who University of Louisiana plays on a day-to-day, but it's not an SEC.
Which one? You got the University of Louisiana Monroe and the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Which one did he come from?
I can't remember which one it came from. It was, I think it was It's Draylen Washington. It's Dre. apostrophe
It's fine.
LYN. I can't remember which one, but it's almost the same thing, right?
Okay.
So, I don't think Missouri's going to be that good.
Right.
We're winning that game.
Okay.
Because that sophomore got to get his SEC chops on. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
okay, all right.
He got to make it through his own team first.
Okay,
so
Vandy Chris saying they're gonna beat Missouri, so you got them at 5-3.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see it.
Vanderbilt got to go to Texas.
Lose that game.
5-4. Auburn comes to Vanderbilt.
Hugh Freeze cannot beat Jerry Kill and Diego Pavia. Period. The end. 3-0. I'm banking on that. You're not winning in Nashville.
Okay, I disagree with you wholeheartedly on that.
I have 3 games of material to say. Diego Pavia and Jerry Kill together own Hugh Freeze.
Nick, if you want to beat Vanderbilt, you need to get your attorney on the phone.
This is
you got to send to the Supreme Court, and you got to make some jump.
This is Vandy Chris saying it. I've already said how I felt about this game, and we're gonna probably go over it a little bit more before the season starts. So right now, Vandy Chris has Vanderbilt 6-4. All right, next game, you got Kentucky at home.
We beat them in their house last year. They're not winning in Nashville.
Okay, so you got them 7-4. Okay, now you have Tennessee. You got to go to Tennessee. You got to go to Knoxville.
That'd be the toughest test.
I actually have that as a flip game. I think that's a potential game to win on the road.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna call it. I think we win that game.
Okay, so in that matter, that's Vanderbilt 8-4 in the regular season. How's that playing for that? How's that playing for a championship?
He's building like you guys, right?
Nah, we're going to get some wins this year.
So you don't go straight from going 2-10 to winning the national title, do you? You have to build it.
Auburn did. Auburn went from 3-9. I mean, excuse me, went from a 3-9 season and went to a national championship game the next season.
It wasn't sustainable though.
It kind of was because you can argue that 2014 season, if Auburn would not have fumbled the ball on the 2-yard line against Texas A&M at home, Auburn would have played for another SEC championship game in the 2014 season. I'm just being honest.
And I think too is like, is Auburn an outlier because of Cam?
But what have they done since then? What I'm saying is you have to build a program that's sustainable and not just have this, oh, we did great in 2003, now we did great in 2013.
Yeah.
Now
it's kind of like Mac Brown had them like, okay, he had the quarterback, and then he had Vince Young, and then they kind of
nosedive.
Yeah, y'all kind of.
You want to keep it on the level and not have the ups and downs. You want to be right there, and you have to build it in a way that's sustainable like that.
You gotta be like the boys. You gotta get in the gritty, in the dirt. You gotta go down to like 9 wins and be devastated. Then you build yourself back up.
Jesus.
9 horrible.
9 wins is not a bad season. That's just a bad season in y'all Alabama fans' eyes. That's what that is. 9 wins is a good season.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we was expressing our opinion. Okay, my bad.
y'all Alabama fans are different. I don't get it.
They different. They cheering an 18-year-old kid that's 0-1 against somebody, and the way he's talking smack against us.
I think they're gonna do something about the noise that he's been creating all summer. Like you said, you didn't see him on the stage today. You saw the mature captains, and Proctor's not that old, but definitely more mature than Ryan. I think they're gonna have to kind of throttle him in. His podcast is not his problem; it's his interviews. You know, he's doing a little bit too much.
I'll say this about Ryan Williams. A lot of people say that he might be the best player in the SEC. He's not even the best player on his own team. Caden Proctor is the man at Alabama.
Really? Tight? What you think? Tight? What you think?
I think people forgetting about Jam Miller. He got to prove this. I think he'll be able to prove himself this year. Caden Proctor is definitely a special talent. I hope they can keep him healthy because he had this tricky shoulder thing going on. But I still look at the defensive backs, man. I mean, there's a stud over there. I think that people are overlooking because nobody really throws at him.
Okay. All right. Before we head to the break, I need to rebuttal Tite's defensive theory about Auburn real quick, and I'm going to rebuttal it right now, man. Tite,
it's not anti-Auburn, it's pro-Alabama.
No, I get what you're saying, and I'm about to make my side very pro Auburn. Now, to your point about the linebacker core, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I think Alabama has better linebackers and better linebacking play than Auburn right now. But as the season moves along, DeMarcus Riddick, Robert Woodyard, Elijah Melendez, all them guys, they're gonna be with the Birdman hands just like this, just waiting, just like this, bro. They're gonna be waiting. They coming, my guy. They coming. But when you talk about your secondary, we look at our secondary. We got Jay Crawford, freshman All-American last year, Can Lee on that other side. Then the guys behind him, Strider, Rashawn Pleasant. You got Caleb Harris in that thing. Not to mention you got Donovan Starr and Blake Woodby behind them. We got depth in the secondary. And then on the defensive line, you have Malik Blockton, you got Quintrell Travis, you'll have Kieran Crawford, and of course you have Keldrick Falk starting at that thing. And then behind them, Jamonta Waller. Then you got Joe Phillips. Then you got Jordan Crawford, Malik Autry. You got all these guys that people argue that they're young, but guess what we've been hearing? They ready to play. They ready to ball out right now. I mean, you look at this stuff. I forgot about Amaris Williams, Jared Smith. These guys are ready. There is depth. All these guys need is just to get meaningful experience and meaningful games to get experience in the play. So when we talk about the defensive side of the ball, I have to sit here and say, when I look at position by position, I think the only position that I would probably I'm not gonna say the problem, but I would give Alabama a clear edge in is the linebacker core, just because of the experience that you have coming back at the linebacker position and things and stuff like that. But when it comes to the secondary, we right there. And I think Auburn might be above. We right there. I'm just being honest. And when it comes to the D-line, I think we ahead. But it is what it is. Vandy Chris, I see you shake your head. Go ahead before we move over, we get up out of here.
I just wanted to back you up on your view of Alabama's secondary.
Okay.
I can name 3 guys in the secondary in the SEC that I would take all day long over anybody in Alabama's secondary.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Crawford.
Jay Crawford.
All-American.
Auburn. There you go.
Boo Carter. All-American safety, Tennessee.
Okay.
And Dante Carter, who was a freshman All-American at Vanderbilt at safety.
You know one of them guys he picked was an Auburn guy. You know that, right? One of them guys he picked was an Auburn guy type.
All I'm saying is, like, if this defense produces 2 first rounds and one of them first round.
Jermaine right there. They go Jermaine right there. Shout out we were just talking about Jermaine at the beginning of the show. Jermaine popped up in the chat. What up, Jermaine?
Yeah, so he's all, And if Damani Jackson is taken in the first round, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked.
What?
I'm just saying, don't shock. If Damani Jackson is taken in the first round of the NFL draft, don't be looking shocked.
You saying if he is, or if he is not?
If he is.
Round. Oh, okay. I thought you said if he's not. I said okay.
No, yeah. He said this is laughable.
No,
I'm just telling y'all this. I want y'all to realize that the defense last year that everybody laughed at.
They trying to, but I'm holding on.
They actually were they had better production than the last 2 years of Nick Saban when it came to like turnovers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the worst thing about them, which I know he's been working on it since the whole year, since the season was over, was the amount of rushing yards they gave up.
Mm-hmm.
And they fixed that. I mean, when they fixed that, they didn't got to drop it under 100. It'd be great if it can, but if they get that thing down 30 yards, it's gonna be tough to beat Alabama. I'm just telling you like that. You can not say it ain't unbeatable. They get that thing down 30 yards per game. It's gonna be tough to beat Alabama.
And you don't think Auburn, and you don't think Auburn, you don't think the return of production in Auburn secondary is comparable to what Alabama got? Or are we just sitting here just saying just because it's the brand Alabama just better?
No, I'm saying go look at
the roster, look at the talent that's gonna be there, look at the depth.
Pro Football Focus said it's one of the best rooms
John Pleasant, Rayon Strider, Donovan Starr, Blake Wood. I just named 6 guys who potentially could be in the rotation for Auburn. Name your guys. Your guys for Alabama.
Jermaine Mims just put it in this chat. Pro Football Focus is telling me that they got one of the best rooms in college football.
We had this conversation last night off air about Pro Football Focus. But go ahead.
They suck. I mean, well, I don't know.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was another conversation. It was me.
And I bring them up because they bring more statistics, I think, to the conversation than
all this talk about Alabama secondary. I'm still wondering where these guys were at when Junior Searle was 30 yards past them.
Hey,
you can't brag about having a great secondary when you let a guy beat you by 30 yards.
Enjoy the win. You beat us again, I'll buy you a birthday cake. Here, okay?
I'll take that.
Well, just tell me what kind you want. Do they have a Publix somewhere around y'all? You go down there and pick it up. But I tell you what, I want a key lime pie at my local doggone Publix for my son if we happen to maybe win again against Vandy. And I'm telling you, I'm just saying, Kane Womack, he did a lot to piece that thing back together. I understand my team a lot more now. Instead of being like the typical fan, and if you watched Iron Bowl debates last week, I understand my team a lot more than I used to. And I'm just saying, I'm expecting some really good things. I'm expecting 10 wins, just like I did last year. And I expect to go to the playoffs.
All right.
I think we're gonna get there by having a better offense.
I see all these Auburn fans chirping in the comments. I just got to remind everybody, 22, and 2.
20,
I mean,
that's our series against them?
Yes, and we won the most recent game.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
22, and 2.
Nick, tell me you're lying.
What you talking about?
Vandy Chris on your show lying, right?
We're talking about the record between Alabama and Vanderbilt, the all-time record.
No, the Auburn record.
Oh, I know they not. I know he didn't just quote our record.
Let me hold on.
I didn't know he just said quote. What is our record, Vandy Chris? Because I don't even know. It got to be some kind of 80-20 thing going on, something like that.
If I'm not mistaken, Alabama, it's like 80-14 or something like that.
Yeah. It's not like Alabama. But you mean tell me y'all broke even?
We are broke. We are broke even.
He's correct. It is 22 and 22 with 1 5. Is what he's saying.
Is this the part where we pray now? Nick, you and I ready to pray.
I'm not gonna say him lie about it. He's correct. It's 22 and 2.
How?
I mean, look at it. I mean, but this goes all the way back to like 1919, 1945.
Okay. No, what's the record since? I need to know. What's the record since 1980?
Since 1980. Okay,
90 or 80 or 90. Yeah, it's like
all-time Vanderbilt versus Auburn.
I think we got a losing record against like Army or something.
1990. Let's see.
All right. Yeah, I think Alabama got a losing record against like Army.
I think it's like 6-2 or something like that. 8-2.
Since 1990, Auburn has 17 wins to Vanderbilt's 8. They played 25 times.
It still ain't that far off. I mean,
and it's 17 and 8. 17 and 8.
That's 2/3, 1/3. That's not ain't bad though. But hey man, hey Nick, y'all need to get that together.
Man, you know what it is.
Hey man, it's interesting because all my life, I don't know if you met this guy. I knew a guy. I worked with him. The guy named Enrico Francis. He played for Vanderbilt between 90 and 94. Somewhere in that around there, and it's the only Vandy fan or Vandy player plus fan I've ever talked to in my life. And it's interesting when people bring the real facts like Vandy Christians did. You have to say like, for real? Because I would never look that up. I would always thought it was like kind of skewed some kind of way. But man, hey Nick, they on your head, dog.
They're not on my head. Listen, we good.
They on your head. Hey, look, I ain't trying to be funny. I don't know what it is about Jerry Kidd. Well, I do know what he does. I know what he does. It's so smart. It's just so smart. All this speed him up. No. Slow that thing down. I love it. And for some reason, Hugh ain't been able to, and neither did the boy for right now. It's
man. We're going to head to halftime, and we're going to come back in the second half. We're going to get on this talk about this 9th conference game. We're gonna look at some of these articles that came out, and we're gonna get some of these. We're gonna get Vandy Chris tight, and we're gonna get their opinion on what should happen and how it affects the college football playoff. We're going into halftime right now, man. We'll be back.
You don't out your seats. It's halftime.
Do you want to feel like a star? Then go to Hollywood Media, and you'll be shining. From sports interviews, athletic highlight tapes, athletic photography, Hollywood Media will make you the star of all stars. Feel like a star on the most important days of your life. From college graduation to saying I do to your forever person. Let Hollywood Media make your event star-studded. Subscribe and follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Hollywood. Yeah, man. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. Day one supporter. Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. If you want to feel like a star, you want your photography, you want your videography, you want all of that taken care of, man, go check out our guy, Day One supporter of the Water Cooler Talk podcast. DJ, man, follow on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Hollywood EY. And then, of course, follow him on Facebook, which is Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. Shout out to the guy. Shout out to our brother. Shout out to our friend, family, partner, man. Day one supporter of the Water Cooler Talk. Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Mess with people that mess with Water Cooler Talk, man. We thank y'all so much, man. All right, man. Y'all know what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's head to the second half and let's get this conversation and let's keep it moving. Second half coming up right now.
You're now entering the second half.
All right, man. We in the second half right now, man. We're gonna get some of these comments going in, man. Shout out to Huggy Beard saying what's up to Tez. Tez in the chat, SE season. Make sure y'all go and subscribe over there as well, man. Shout out to our guys, Tez, man. Jermaine Mims said Jair Edwards will be in that secondary soon, paired with Taylor, son Ivan Taylor. Hey, we'll see what happens. No, Jair Edwards was a heavy Auburn lean, and if people are to believe that Auburn's about to turn around this recruiting, I wouldn't be surprised if Jair will flip back to Auburn. We'll see what happens, though. Yes, man. Shout out to DJ, man. Shout out to what up, get musty. Did you miss? No, we talked about it early on. That was us talking about it the whole time.
He said he missed. He just missed.
Oh, he said he did miss. Okay, all right, got it, man. Shout out to the Huggy Beard, rocking with us in there, man. We appreciate you so much, man. Did Freeze win the club championship? Yes, yeah.
He qualified for the U.S. Open, bro.
We gonna see. We gonna see what's up. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. So that's y'all funny for that. But let's get into this, man. Let's get into this thing, man. All right, so one of the overarching messages that have been at SEC Media Days this since Monday, and it was mentioned in Commissioner Greg Sankey's opening statements was the notion of the SEC adding a 9th conference game. Which is something that has been debated, I don't know, at least for the past 4 years that they've been talking about. It's the 9th conference game. And Commissioner Sankey basically said it's kind of in our ballpark, but it kind of doesn't matter in a way. If I put it in layman's terms, you got to say it doesn't matter because we play 8 conference games. And we also most of our teams play another Power 4 opponent on their schedules. Is basically what he said. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and we're gonna take a look at an article that was posted by Heather Dinich today. Here, Sankey backs now. Apparently, let me make sure that y'all can see this. Here we go, right here. Apparently, now it is being saying that Sankey is backing a 9-game SEC schedule as a possible decision looms, according to this, man. And here it is. Here is a quote from the article right here. It says, "I think we should be working towards that." Sankey said in a wide-ranging interview with ESPN at SEC Media Days, "My life doesn't end if we don't." There is. Hold up. I got to get the ad out. There we go. He said there is this absolute notion that he's going to dictate what's going to happen. I think we should have an adult conversation. We should be able to make a decision. I think 9 games will promote great interest through the year, but it would be hard to coach. I've had candid conversation with coaches. I've told them that. And then down here a little bit more, he gave another quote, and it also kind of hints at the how they potentially can expand the playoff, and how they potentially the formats that they are. There is the format that has been proposed from the Big Ten of the 4-4-2-2-1 method. So 4 automatic qualifiers from the SEC and the Big Ten, 2 from the Big 12 and the ACC, and then Notre Dame would be in there as well. But there's also been this proposal of a 5+11, which is something that you heard Commissioner Sankey speak on this week. Basically saying the 5 highest rated conference champions and the 11 at-large qualifiers, which is something that appears to be something that Brent Yormark, who's the commissioner of the Big 12, and Jim Phillips, who's the ACC commissioner, are potentially going to publicly back. But as you can tell from my very well put together thumbnail, the Tony Petitti, who's the conference commissioner for the Big Ten, is basically saying that in order for that to happen, he feels that the SEC needs to add a 9th conference game to have more parity, because the Big Ten is already has a 9th conference game. But Greg Sankey is saying, well, at least what we heard at first was that he's okay with keeping it at 8, and it's not particularly something that he potentially wants to do, or it's, according to that point, he said his life's not going to end if it doesn't. But if that does not happen, apparently we will be stuck at a 12-team playoff unless there's a compromise between the two conferences. Now, if you remember, there was a memorandum of understanding that was signed about a year ago now. I mean, yeah, about a year. Not a year ago, a couple of months ago.
About 6 months.
Yeah, about 6 months ago. That was signed between all 4 Power 4 conferences, where basically they ceded much of the power of the future of the playoff format to the Big Ten and the SEC. And now what you're seeing is a stalemate between both the SEC and the Big Ten about what potentially and how the format is going to look. And now they have until December 1st to come up with how this format is going to look. Are we going to stay at 12 for the foreseeable future? Will it be a 5+11? Will it be the 4 automatic qualifiers, the 4-2-2-2, the 4-4-2-2-1 format? Or will it be something else? Because apparently somebody has introduced a 26 field playoff as well. So I don't know. It's something. It was something that was put out there about having a 26 playoff field. So I'm gonna get y'all thoughts on this. Should the SEC capitulate and add a 9th game so that we can get the expanded playoff field, or are y'all okay with the 12-team playoff? I'm gonna go Vandy Chris.
So I've been waiting to dive in on this one.
All right,
I'm gonna go scorched earth.
All right.
Nobody in America would trade their schedule for any team in the SEC.
That's right.
That's an interesting statement.
Nobody will.
Nobody traded.
Interesting statement.
And then they come up with the argument with, well, they play Mercer in November. Well, guess what? Mercer's a pretty damn good football team. Whether they get boat raced by Alabama or not, that's a pretty damn good football team. That's a football team that is good enough that if Auburn is not on their A game in November, could come in there and pull an upset. They are a threat to win the FCS National Championship this year.
I doubt it.
That's a solid football team. I'm not saying that Mercer's beating Auburn. That's not what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
From turn to ugly
But
game.
You look at Florida. You look at Florida's schedule. They play 7 preseason top 25 teams on that schedule. Nobody in America wants that. When Greg Sankey says the SEC plays 8 conference games, we have it mandated through our conference rules that every school plays a Power 4 out-of-conference opponent. And over 90% of our teams in the SEC play 10 Power 4 football games. Why do we have to change? Because the other conferences got so big that they were forced to do something that nobody else has done.
How big is the Big Ten now?
18 teams.
Go ahead.
Why are we expanding these conferences?
SEC is 16. I'm just saying two teams more. We'll go.
Why are we expanding conferences so big that it's forcing somebody to do something that nobody else does? You keep it at 8 games. If the Big Ten wants to play 9, have at it. You don't play the schedules that we play in the SEC. I'll give you an example. Missouri, this year, they have 4 teams at the end of their schedule that were either in the playoffs or won 9 or more games last year.
Jesus.
You don't get that in the Big Ten. You don't get that in the ACC. You don't get that in the Big 12. You don't. My opinion is you stay at 8 games. Make everybody else come back to the table at 8 games.
Right.
5 and 11 is the only way to go to give everybody an equal opportunity to get in. You take the 5 highest conference champions. Guess what? That means a group of 5 team is guaranteed a spot. You have to have it that way. And when Greg Sankey said on Monday that there are many phone calls that happened last week between himself and Tony Petitti, there is no agreement on the table. They are not close. SEC is going to call this. It's going to go 5 and 11. We're going to stay at 8 games, and the hell with everybody else.
Yeah, I agree with that because I'm thinking about the bottom third of everybody's conference. I mean, when you say the Big Ten is playing 9 games, I'm like, after you count to 4, who's about to beat one of those Big Ten teams?
Mm-hmm.
After you count the first for really a long time now. After those when does I'm serious? When does the Vanderbilt Alabama upset? When does that happen in the Big Ten? Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, before the old boy left, they just pretty much getting ready to prepare for the same 3 teams every year.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been that way for really since the Urban Meyer days. I mean, like, who was Urban Meyer playing to get his teams into a national champion? They was just kind of like, it reminded me too much of Miami. It reminded me of the Miami days, like, Miami, whatever.
On the
Miami
screen,
did their thing.
On the screen while you're talking, like, here is
right.
On the screen while you're talking. Here is the 2024 rankings for the Big Ten. This is how all 18 teams stack out. And you mentioned the bottom third. So if you're looking at it, you have Oregon was 1, Indiana, Penn State, Ohio State were the top 4 teams. Illinois was a 10-win team as well. And then right after that, you had Iowa, Michigan, and Minnesota were 8-5 teams. USC was a 7-6 team. Rutgers 7-6. Washington 6-7. Nebraska 7-6. And then when you get down to the bottom half of the conference,
Minnesota down is nothing.
And when you get down to the bottom half of the conference, you look at a Wisconsin, a 5-17. And let's just use Wisconsin for a moment here. This is Wisconsin's. I'm gonna switch screens here, and I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm going to share a different screen here, just so we can see. And this is Wisconsin's 2025 football schedule. This is what Wisconsin's 2025 football schedule look like. And I want to make sure everybody can see this. Just making sure there we go. All right, Wisconsin's 2025 football schedule. All right,
2025. All right,
come on, there we go. All right, they start off at Michigan. I'm sorry, no, they don't. They start off at Miami of Ohio. Okay. They move to Middle Tennessee. They play Alabama, Maryland, Michigan,
lose that,
Iowa, Ohio State, Oregon, Washington, Indiana, Illinois, Minnesota, and that's it. And so if you're looking at this schedule, They are playing. They played Illinois, who was a 10-win team last year. Indiana, who was a 10-win team last year. Oregon, who was in the college football playoff. Ohio State, who was the national champion. Iowa, I believe Iowa was a 8-5 win team last year. I'm sorry, Michigan, who was not good last year, but you know we expect them to bounce back. Maryland, who was a middle
They beat Bama.
Alabama, who was a 9-win team last year, and after that. So are we okay? So
Go back to the previous screen.
go back to the previous screen. Okay, hold on. Let me stop sharing this screen and let me go to the. Let me go back to that screen over there. So hold on.
I
Give me
want
one
to show you
second.
something.
You got to do.
Let me
a
show
little
you.
bit
Let me
of
show you my mindset. Let me show you how I'm thinking about this thing. What was your record last year, Vandy Chris?
7-6.
Okay, go back to the previous screen.
Yep, I'm about to go to it right now. So here's the Big Ten. The Big Ten's 2024 rankings. So if you're looking at 7-6, you're talking USC and Rutgers.
Let's give it the Vanderbilt
Nebraska.
test. Let's
And
give
Nebraska
it the current
was-
Jerry Kill Vanderbilt test. This is how I look at things.
Okay,
Minnesota Vandy, who wins?
I probably get at the PJ Fleck in Minnesota.
I don't.
I actually think Vanderbilt wins that game.
USC. Who wins last year against USC and Vanderbilt?
Last year
This
team?
year. Yeah,
Last year's
yeah.
team, USC team. Okay, well, let's look at this.
Well, look
USC
at this year coming up. He got a bunch of new people, but they ain't playing
True.
college football.
True, you got a point.
USC
You got a point.
Vanderbilt right now.
USC Vanderbilt right now. I would probably give the edge to Vanderbilt in that game because Miller Moss is not the quarterback at USC right now. He's at Louisville.
They're gonna beat Rutgers. They made
You think Vanderbilt beat
Washington.
Rutgers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Nebraska is the only team I think that's probably improving on this list. They might lose Nebraska, but it's gonna be a close one. They're gonna beat Mississippi State. They're gonna beat UCLA.
Mississippi
They're
State,
gonna
that's
beat
Mississippi
Wisconsin, and they go, Michigan State.
That's
Yeah,
Michigan State.
I said you Michigan
Wow.
State. Yeah, I said Mississippi State. Yeah, there's a phrase them. What's that? A Fraser Freudian slip. Anyway, they're gonna be they're gonna beat these teams. Is what I'm saying. I mean, that's how I look at it. We can look at their schedule. They tough amongst themselves. For a time, they were tough amongst themselves, and they were very slow.
So based on right there where you got the screen, starting at Iowa, going down.
Right,
Okay.
Iowa down. Yeah,
Iowa wins. Iowa beats every team on that list except for Nebraska.
right.
So you think Iowa beats? Let me just make sure I'm hearing this correctly. You
Right.
think Iowa beats a PJ Fleck led Minnesota team?
Man, Pete.
Yes.
What
I
was
don't.
PJ Fleck last year?
I'm sorry.
Did
PJ,
you see the
I
losses?
can't ride with that one.
Dude,
I can't ride with that one. I got a lot of
who-
respect.
He's been there
Okay.
too long
Who
to be
did-
winning 8-5. He really
I have a
looking
lot of
at it.
respect.
Who did-
I got a lot of
who
respect for PJ
Did
Fleck.
too, but
And
Who
PJ Fleck has beaten Auburn, who was an SEC team, in a bowl.
Okay, that PJ Fleck team went 13-2 or some crap.
right. That was
But who does Minnesota have on this roster that's comparable to a Diego Pavia or Eli Stowers? Eli Stowers is the best tight end in America.
Let's look at it. Let's look at Minnesota's roster. Let's look at it. Minnesota 2025.
you're wasting your time, Nick.
I'm not. I want the people to see what we.
This is how we think.
What it's
telling
going to
you.
be. I just want the people to see. I want the people to see what it's going to be. What we looking at? Let's look at that. Okay, so you saying quarterback. So let's look. I mean, what you can't see it. I got to get to the page first.
I had one more point before you change that. You can get to the page, but
Go ahead.
now I'm not even saying this because what Vanderbilt used to be. I'm saying what they are now. Now go back and look at it versus put that against Florida. Put that
Okay,
against South
let's do it.
Carolina. Put it
Okay,
okay.
let's
Do
do it.
South Carolina. South Carolina was 9 wins
Okay.
like Alabama. So South Carolina. Put South Carolina. South Carolina probably beating everybody asses up on that screen. It's just-
South
Okay, so we
Carolina's
start-
beating every team on that team.
we starting
Iowa
from
down.
Iowa.
They beating them all.
Iowa
Okay.
all the way to Maryland.
Yeah.
All the way down.
And I'm just
Iowa.
unsure about Nebraska.
let me say.
You talking about this? You talking about this upcoming South Carolina
This
team?
upcoming
This-
season, last season.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
now.
I know they.
don't
I
know
think
now.
dude can coach.
South Carolina.
I think
South Carolina.
I don't know
South
about-
Carolina. Hear me out. South Carolina's got the best defensive player in the SEC, bar none.
Okay. Oh, better than Anthony Hill Jr. at Texas.
Yes, bar none.
Oh,
Best
Van
player.
Fleet,
Best.
Van Fleet.
No, it's all debatable. Those two players. I mean, because I'm just saying. But going back to the original point, I think South Carolina cleans a lot of clocks up here. If that's 10 teams, they definitely 10 or 11 wins.
This Iowa team this year,
Okay.
if they win more than 4 games, I will be shocked.
Okay,
Wow.
to that point, let's bring up Iowa's schedule because I was actually about to bring them up because Iowa is always a 9, is always somewhere in that 8, 9, 10
Right.
win schedule.
I will be
Let's
shocked.
bring up Iowa's schedule. Let's bring up
They are the
schedule.
proverbial Big Ten fly in the milk. They do
Mhm.
cause problems in their conference for people.
So Tez,
But they the
Tez
only
in
one
the
like
chat-
them though. They're the only
Tez
one that
Tez in the chat said that schedule for Wisconsin was kind of tough. Now, mind you, you see where Wisconsin is sitting at right here. Mind you,
Right.
Wisconsin is sitting
Mhm.
in the bottom half of the Big Ten. And Tez is very objective about a lot of things. He said that schedule is actually kind of tough and bad example. So now to that point, let's bring up Iowa's schedule. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Let me
he
stop
says a
sharing.
bad example.
He said that was a bad example. So I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
up
yeah,
Iowa's schedule. I want to bring up Iowa's schedule real quick.
Yeah, I was the one that they kick over. They turn over a couple of tables every once in a while. Almost every year because that thing they did to Michigan escaped while they with their lives. Or was that 2 years ago? That game was awesome.
Okay,
The
so here's
defenses can
Iowa's
really get
schedule.
crazy.
We're going to share. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to bring up Iowa's schedule. We're going to bring it up right here. All right. So
Please don't have your hands on. God,
So
this
just
please.
just a piece of advice, Big Nick.
That'll be bad. That'll be real bad if that happened.
If you use FBSschedules.com, it makes it much easier to see on the screen.
All right, let me do that. Hold up.
Tag that
Well,
right
I'll
now.
share the screen. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Let me do this then. Let me just make this screen. Wait, no, bring that back. And I'm gonna
Let me
make
see.
it by itself.
I put F.
I might actually have a graphic that I've already done for the Iowa schedule.
I'm sorry.
I'll
I'm
check
sorry
real
if I'm
quick.
the only one on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. That's not how it's supposed to be. But hold up. Let me add it back in. Add to stage. There we go. Okay. So I don't know why it's not letting me do this. Why it's not letting me show the full screen here. But
I got that, Vandy Chris. Thank you.
it is what it is. All right. So here we go. You're looking at the screen here. This is Iowa's 2025 schedule. Albany, at Iowa State, at UMass, at Rutgers, Indiana, who was a playoff team last year, Wisconsin, Penn State, Minnesota, who was an 8-win team last year, Penn State, I believe, who was a 10-win team last year, if I'm not mistaken, Oregon, who was in the national championship, who was in the SEC, who was in the playoff, at USC, who was a 7-6 win team, Michigan
Was
State.
Oregon in the playoffs?
Yeah, Oregon was in the playoff last year. They got drugged by Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. At Nebraska, who was a 7-win team last year, and that's your schedule. That is their schedule. So
Yeah, but facing themselves, they look like they should be awesome teams, and really, it's just 2 awesome teams. 2.5. I give Penn State a half. That's how it always looked to me.
Okay,
These teams they're playing are not that good facing
Go.
against themselves. But when you look, Nick, take that same schedule and you do South Carolina versus that schedule.
Okay.
South Carolina versus that schedule. Okay, let's.
Versus
I stopped sharing it, but I'll share it again.
You just read it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I just want people to have a visual, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so let's use that same schedule. South Carolina was a 9-win.
Whatever.
Iowa was an 8-win team last year. The South Carolina beat Albany.
Yeah.
All right. The South Carolina beat Iowa State at Iowa State.
Yes.
The South Carolina beat UMass.
Yep.
Iowa's not beating Iowa State. South Carolina would.
South Carolina.
Okay.
South Carolina.
All right. Does Iowa beat Rutgers
South Carolina.
at Rutgers?
South Carolina beat.
Yeah, the South Carolina beat at Rutgers.
Yeah.
South Carolina runs them off the field.
Okay. The South Carolina beat Indiana at home.
I think so.
I think they
so.
would.
I would
Yep.
probably have that as a toss-up game. I would probably put it as a toss-up game.
I'll give you my toss-up game.
I mean, I tell you this because Indiana got Fernando Mendoza, who's at quarterback. He was the quarterback for Cal last year, and Cal won some. They beat us and things stuff like that. But he's not a bad quarterback. He gonna get some NFL looks. Does South Carolina beat Wisconsin at Wisconsin?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay.
Alabama beat them, and Alabama was kind of figuring out life. You know what I mean? It was like we're gonna run mill.
Wisconsin does not have a Lenore Sellers type player on their team.
But
They got
okay. All right.
They got a cornerback that is really impressive, but man, when they got physical, that's when they had problems.
Okay.
With Alabama.
Does South Carolina beat Penn State at Penn State?
No.
That could be a toss-up game.
Does South Carolina beat Minnesota?
I give it to Penn State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, y'all really do not believe in PJ Fleck. Does South Carolina beat
did,
Oregon?
but I stopped. Who is it?
Oregon.
No.
No.
Does South Carolina beat USC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does South Carolina beat Michigan State?
Yes.
Does South
Along with BTW High School.
Nah, baby. Does South
Home
Carolina
of the
beat
fighting?
Nebraska?
Home
Yes.
of the fighting Nick Saban.
Nebraska.
Yes.
I think they can get over Nebraska. Yeah, kind of toss it up-ish to me, but I think Nebraska is growing. But I know Rule kind of believe in that.
Your mic went out tight.
Oh, my bad.
So
Yeah.
I've got Iowa going 4-8 with that schedule.
Wow.
Dang,
Can you hear me, Nick?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear you.
I can't hear y'all for nothing.
Oh, wow.
I can't hear y'all for nothing.
Check your plugs and your inputs. Mic checker, 1 2 checker. Can you hear me, Vanderbilt?
Yeah, I
can hear you.
It just went out.
Hey, you need to get them fuses checked.
Technical glitches, right?
Yeah, just wet your finger and stick your finger in there.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Y'all
can you
keep
hear
talking.
me now? Good.
Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna fix. I gotta fix it. I gotta fix something.
So that's, but and nothing is guaranteed. I just use that Vandy Chris as a rule. When everybody be talking about, well, look at this and these Big Ten guys, but I just remember Miami ended up like at the top of the top, and it was like, man, those Miami guys are good.
Mhm.
And it's like, but when you go back and look at this, go pull up anybody, go pull up Miami's schedule. Yeah, they were loaded, but they were kind of untested amongst themselves. It was like, then they had this euphoria that they lived in, which made them just go crazy against other opponents and they win these national championships. I don't remember playing nobody. I mean, Florida State, they get past Florida State, they're in the national championship game because Florida wasn't doing nothing at that time. Not a doggone thing. So it was Florida State.
And the only non-conference game that they were playing was Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, matter of fact, that was Florida State. Because if Florida State wasn't in the conference, I don't think at that time. Because Florida State they were in the Big East for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
You're talking about, I mean, Big East, does the Big East even play football now? I don't even know. But so not to say they weren't a good team, but I'm looking at Ohio State. I'm looking at maybe even Oregon, looking at Michigan as they were. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they come out of there raring and tearing, ready to knock people off in bowl games and playoff games and all this other stuff. But when I say, well, if they played this schedule, things may be different for them. Maybe they'll have 2 wins going, or 2 losses going into the playoffs. But when I look at the rest of them people, I mean, like PJ Fleck, he was talking about, I got into this documentary with that guy 2 or 3 years ago. I think it had me in tears. I was like, that man is he's so motivational and he's a Nick Nix. I was even saying, bring PJ Fleck down to Alabama because I really do think it's when you bring certain things. Yeah,
I love PJ Fleck.
Put it on the field, though.
Absolutely love PJ Fleck.
I love PJ Fleck, but put it on the field.
We back now.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I got y'all.
You have to look at the talent on the current team.
Yeah.
And the current team at Minnesota is not the team that went 13-2 and beat Auburn. Right. It's just not.
And what year was that?
19.
2019.
2019.
Are you kidding me? They are such a different team now.
Yeah.
So it's
very
like,
different team.
Is he at the end of his role there? I don't know.
They don't have those wide receivers that they had that year. They don't have Tanner Morgan at quarterback. That's not what this Minnesota team is.
I think our 8-game situation, as long as we're playing one Power 4 conference team, that's good enough, man. I mean, and see, how do we know the Big Ten commissioner doesn't think like me? Like, yeah, let's make them play 9 of those teams and really get beat up.
Here's one. Vanderbilt went 7-6 and played 10 Power 4 opponents.
I was saying at one time, like, it gets so crazy with the money and stuff, and you start figuring out what you can get by making the playoffs. It's like,
tell us what happened. Tell us what happened. Get Musty.
What if one of these teams just break off and just say, I'm going to go to the Sun Belt Conference and just dominate the Sun Belt Conference? It worked for Miami. They still selling T-shirts off of 5 championships they won.
Right.
They still sell. I mean, think about it. If you have absolutely no chance of winning, why wouldn't the Demon Deacons say, if they call themselves that, I'm not sure. Why wouldn't Wake Forest say, man, we're about to join the Sun Belt Conference? We're about to run amok in the Sun Belt Conference.
Because they have that 2 or 3 year span about every 10 or 15 years where they're competing for the conference championship.
Right. And so if they go over there and start winning every year, think about it. Wake Forest enters the Sun Belt. Yes, their money gets cut, but how much more money you make?
Jesus Christ, man!
When you start going in that championship, what happened?
You got to be more careful, bro.
What happened?
I'm sorry. I'm doing a little bit more research right now before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead and keep talking. I just got to make sure.
My bad.
Right.
But what happens? What does 5 years in the playoffs do for Wake Forest, recruiting wise and everything?
Apparently, Malcolm Simmons has picked up some Quinshon Judkins type stuff.
I cannot. Yes.
Are there more problems at
What did he say?
Hey, man. I tell you, man. Is Kirby sending y'all players?
Well, that's man. Got to be more careful, man. Yes, it is. Yes, that is what happened. Yeah, $20,000 bond is what it is.
So, this comment by Robert Smith.
You got the DV.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving.
So, this comment by Robert Smith.
Yeah, shout out to Robert.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly, and the reason why. Vanderbilt has money to spend.
It's a different era.
They have one of the greatest cities in the entire Southeastern Conference in Nashville. I don't think anybody would argue against that. It's a trend city. And when you got money to spend in a trend city, it makes it an attractive place to go to school.
That's why I want to get Georgia Tech into the SEC.
And if Vanderbilt can parlay that now that they're spending their NIL dollars and they've gotten competitive, I think Vanderbilt is a gold mine.
I fear the money plus the fact if I'm a fifth year guy, especially your big guys, they're like, man, things not looking NFL-ish over here right now. But if I had to go to grad school,
I'm going to grad school.
People discount that. But I mean, even if they let you in, I do mean let you in because, maybe you got to have a 4.0, a 3.9 or something, but they let you in because you're going to play your fifth there with your 3-1. That's not nothing. That's important still for some people. I mean, because then you guys have like 2 graduate guys on the line last year.
Yeah.
I mean, he's saying, that school is awesome. I mean, I just had, who was that said some other day about, it's the guy, I got to check him. He played at UCLA. He was talking about somebody deciding to go to Notre Dame because they didn't want to go to, you had to, your degree would mean something unlike those SEC schools. And I was like, you can't clump us all into the same little group there, brother. You got to look around. Vanderbilt is probably more than the Ivy League or something like an Ivy League. I don't know how you guys. It's a very important school to this nation, and that's just not. When somebody's making that 5th year decision or even that senior season because it ain't going nowhere at their school, and they got some talent and you got coaching and you got money, it makes a difference. And like I said, the city is not bad. Better than Starkville.
All right, so
Yeah.
let's get a consensus. Let's get a consensus on this 9 games. So are you all saying are y'all saying that are y'all for a 9th game? And here's how I'm gonna frame the question. Are y'all for the 9th game in order to get the expanded playoff? Or are you okay with are you okay with the SEC holding their ground, saying we'll stay at 8, we'll continue doing what we're doing, but we're just gonna keep this thing at 12 games, 12 teams.
Stay at 8, stay at 12. If you add more teams to the playoffs, it just waters it down.
Right, especially the 26 thing is crazy. I say stay at the 8. Try to I would even go as far as say get you big 4 and everybody like to have a great homecoming, so that's a given. And then make sure you have a group of 5 opponent. Group of 5, 1 big 4, keep it at 8. I don't like playing the totally lesser than, but an FCS opponent that's really top 10 is not the worst thing in the world to happen to you. But unless you lose like Appalachian State over Michigan, I don't have a problem with it. Man, you got to preserve these players some kind of way because you just can't replace.
Even at a 16 team playoff with the 5 and 11 concept.
That's a grind.
I think the 8-game conference schedule is the way to go, and you give them 1 Power 4 out of conference and then 3 Patsies. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if ADs in these other conferences were smart enough to do their schedules like the SEC teams, some SEC teams do, and let's put an Akron in here in November. If I'm Iowa and I'm planning on making a run at the playoffs, why do I want to front load my schedule with Patsies and then have Ohio State, Penn State, and Wisconsin in November? Why do I want to do that if I'm planning to make a run? I'm going to put an easy team at the end to give us a break out of that and get a breathing room.
A bye week, a break and a bye week. You know what I'm saying?
Is in the world of NIL, is there such thing as an easy week now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, bye week or
that's the only. In my personal, but that's the only easy week is a bye week.
And you can
any given Saturday,
we schedule a Mercer where it's like the first quarter, this game should be competitive, and after the first quarter, it should be kind of over. Just to say we play somebody, but I don't know. I don't agree you should just beat yourself up for the heck of it. And that's the SEC thing because Arizona State, what conference are they in now? They're in the ACC?
Mm-hmm.
Arizona State is in the Big 12.
They're in the Big 12. Okay,
Big 12, yep.
Why is nobody telling them they need to? What many games do we even care? Is anybody even asking how many conference games they play? Because who's in the conference now? I don't even know.
Big 12 plays 9 conference games.
Now,
yeah, but it's different when you're playing a BYU and a
people
Utah
outside of the top
and
20. Yeah,
Oklahoma State last year was horrible. Gave up 35 points a game. Their defense was ranked 126. That was a horrible football team.
How many years till Texas Tech is the best team in Texas? Over under, is it 3 or 4?
I'm not going to say they're the best team in Texas, but if you look at what they spent on that roster,
I'm talking 3 years.
I'm giving them 3 years of spending that kind of money, and they will be the best team in Texas.
That's why I say over under is like 3 years. Like that man is spending so much money on that team. Like he getting it. It's like he pumping it out the ground, and he is.
That's what he's doing. Literally pumping it out.
And he's literally pumping money out the ground.
That's it.
But
that's it.
I say stay at 8 and like I said, I think the Big Ten commissioner knows what he's doing because as long as he gets Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State, maybe one other into the conference, into the playoffs, they win.
Not even Oregon?
Oh, no, sorry, Oregon. Yeah, Oregon. If they get those in the playoffs, they doing good. Okay. He wins either way. It's just I think he loses in the 5+11 or 5 plus is 11. Yeah, 5 plus 11 because it's gonna be a lot of SEC teams. Not even saying Alabama. It's gonna be a lot of SEC teams kicked up in that 6 through 15. It's gonna be a lot.
Robert Smith wanted to know, Vandy Chris. He wanted to know. He asked the question. He said, "How many about this season's win total for Vanderbilt. Not that doesn't mean it will be 5 wins. He just wants to know. I think we went over the schedule earlier. I think Vandy has. Right? I think he got Vanderbilt going 8 wins this year. Is what he's saying.
I think 8-4 is our ceiling. At worst, 6-6.
Okay, there it is. All right, man. Vandy Chris, tell them where they can find you at, my guy.
You can follow me personally on Twitter at Third and Vandy. You can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the socials at the Golden Broom Podcast. We air on football seasons on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll cover football on the national scale, not just a regional scale. We are baseball enthusiasts, but we do cover every single sport there is in college athletics. We just two good old boys having a good time talking about our love of sports and the game that we all so much love.
That's what's up, man. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe over to the Go to Broom Podcast. Go to Broom Podcast with my guy Vandy Chris, man. Shout out to him. Tight. Tell them where they can find you at, my guy.
Oh yeah, you can find me over at Tight Sports. You can find me at Tight Sports.
Change that. Wait. Did you just change that, Tight? Huh? Did you really just change your background?
Yeah, that's we used to have a show on Wednesday called Iron Bowl Debates. My compadre is missing. He's on the side of a milk jug here, as you can see. We love him. We want him to come back and defend the great Auburn program. But until that happens, we're not going to be there on Wednesdays at 6. I mean, the nation is sad. First the Fat Boys, not this. But you can join me Mondays for Around the Herd, where I talk about Alabama stuff, anything about it. The ladies will be protected and respected on Around the Herd. We talk about everything with University of Alabama athletics, 7:30 every Monday Eastern. And then I'm also now, because I have free time on Wednesday, I'm kicking off a new series called what they say, so I can talk about things across the Savannah. But just so y'all know, Savannah is where elephants live, and I think too deeply about this stuff. So anyway, we're talking about everything that I don't have a lot to do about University of Alabama, those ancillary things that we still got to handle, like 9 games and all this other stuff like that. How we going to beat Vandy and all this stuff like that.
Tight to put DC on the card. Wow.
I have to ask you, Tight. You say you cover all this stuff about Alabama.
Yeah, I got to cover that.
Is Carly Weathers going to be your leading scorer in basketball this coming season?
Unless she gets drafted into the WNBA in the middle of the season, because they ain't doing nothing else. No, they actually got. I had to look at the team because we lost LeBron James of that team last year. Jay Barker's daughter. I don't know. I'll be honest. I ain't watch a lot of Alabama basketball period until like last 2 years. But I started watching her play, and I was like, she is amazing. I don't know if she's made the NBA team or not, or WNBA team, but she played with so much heart.
Barker buckets.
I used to look around like, what the hell are these people on this team? I want the coach fired because, they weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
And then one day she literally played one game 5. Anyway, don't get me started. She played one game with 5 people. Barker was out, 5 people. And I'm like, y'all, they got 8 people on the team?
Oh, have mercy, Lord Jesus.
Anyway, don't get me started. But anyway, yeah, if you have contact Iron Bowl Debates, if you have any information on DC's whereabouts, just contact us, email us at Tight Sports at Gmail, or reach out at gmail.com. Hit me up, because we are looking for DC. He's missing. We don't know what happened to him. We don't know if the boy grabbed him, or if it was It's Me did something. We don't know what happened, but prayers to find DC.
Wow, man. Make sure y'all go follow Football Megacast on YouTube, man. As well, man. Follow our guy at Auburn Tez at it's SC Season, man. Follow our guy Tez at SC Season. Go over and follow our guy DC. He's not missing. Go follow him on Auburn.
Y'all know where he is?
Over at Auburn Attic TV. That's what DC at.
I went over there today at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern. I couldn't find it.
Make sure y'all go find it over there at Auburn Addicts TV, DC, man. Go follow our guy Dustin, tight favorite Auburn fan over at
Dustin, you my boy.
over at Up Tempo Podcast as well, man. Shout out to our guys, Sharpshooters Sports Talk. Be sharp.
Roll
over
Tide
at
to you, be sharp.
Sports Talk as well, man. Bubba and the old man, Auburn Sports Talk as well, man. Make sure y'all go over there and follow him over there as well. And
Up and the old man would never break up.
they won't. They can't. Legally, they can't at all. They can't. It's blood. That's blood. That's what that is. That is blood. That's a blood union right there. And of course, man, go follow our guy at the Huggy Beard himself on YouTube. And on Facebook, go follow him at Huggy Beard on Facebook and at Bubba Hyde on Facebook. He got two different.
I gotta find the thing. I tried to find him. I was like, I looked at Bubba Hyde on YouTube.
Mhm.
That was weird. I'm like, this
That was
cannot be
not Huggy. That's not
That's
Huggy.
not Huggy. I know. I'm like, what is this?
Bubba Hyde, he's Bubba Hyde. He's Bubba Hyde on Facebook and Huggy Beard on Facebook. Two different
Okay.
pages.
Okay.
Two different pages.
Oh, two different. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So make sure y'all go follow Huggy over there as well, man. He dropped the bars. We can find a way to get them bars on here. We're gonna get them on here so people can hear. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna talk that, man. But before we get out of here, man, make sure y'all follow us, Water Cooler Talk Sports at on Facebook at Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk, man. On Twitter, follow us on Twitter and X at CoolersPod23, and of course, subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell button here on YouTube so you know when we post more videos and go live. And just so y'all know, we're gonna keep pumping this because guess what? August 29th, Water Cooler Talk Sports is going to be live streaming every Auburn game this year. So make sure that you are in here with us because guess what?
I'm
We're
going
live
to
streaming the game 15 minutes before the game starts, and we're gonna be doing live phone calls during the game so people can come in and vent.
All right.
Or they can come in and tell us how much they love what's going on in the game.
Hey, give me that number because I know I will be calling it. I'm going in at after the Vanderbilt game and after that Oklahoma game, I am starting at probably about 15 minutes before the fourth quarter. I'm not doing that to myself again. Sitting the whole time with a resilient look.
It's gonna be great, man. We're gonna come in here. We're gonna have a good time, man. So we appreciate y'all, man, for coming in and rocking with us there.
It's gonna be
as we knock this thing out the park, man, because we're gonna have a great time while we do that, man. Before we get out of here, man.
Serious business. You're gonna do this all 12 games. No
every
stop.
game. Every game.
I gotta see this.
Every game, bro. Every game. I'm here. Saturday, I'm rocking with the people. I'm rocking with everybody around the world. If you tired of the commentary that be happening during the game,
Oh God.
come to Water Cooler Talk. That's what you do. Come to Water Cooler Talk because we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna give you the real. We're gonna give you the real. And guess what? We're adding, I'm serious. We are adding in live phone calls during the game. And it's
Oh my God.
we're gonna make it amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, man. We're gonna have a good time. We're just gonna make it a fun atmosphere. We're gonna try not to get too far into the left and right.
PG-13.
Yeah, we're gonna try to keep it PG-13. Do it as easy, but hey, it is what it is.
So now I got to ask you
Go ahead.
during Auburn and Vanderbilt,
Okay, now.
What's up,
when Diego starts doing this thing, am I going to be able to come on the show, or do I have to call in and remind you?
You can come in. You can come on the show. I'm telling y'all, get ready. It's gonna be dope, man. So y'all have it's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope, man. Let's get out of here, man. We done kept y'all a little longer than normal. We'll be back Friday. No show tomorrow. We just went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. And we only went Tuesday this week because Auburn went Tuesday at SEC Media Days. But next week we'll be back on our regular schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, starting back next week. And we won't be on tomorrow. We'll be back on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, back around the water cooler. So as always, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell button so you know we go live here on YouTube, man. Before we get out of here, man, as always, y'all have a good one. Better yet, man, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed, man. As always, make sure y'all
Keep your eyes open.
As above his, because he deserves all the praise and all the glory. Shout out to the Lord. And until then, man, it is this whole DC missing. DC is at Auburn Addicts TV. That's where he's at. DC's not missing, ladies and gentlemen. He's not missing.
So if we're looking for missing people, I have an Auburn guy that used to do some podcasting with me. that's been missing since the day of the Auburn-Yale basketball game.
Oh,
Just vanished. Was in the chat talking smack about Yale. Lost, and nobody has heard from him since. I mean, he's gone.
He locked up in jail.
We back.
He's in prison.
We'll be all right. We good. We'll be good.
He's
It's
in
okay.
prison, probably.
It's
People
okay.
do go to jail.
What?
He's in prison.
He might be.
DC is not. DC is not. That guy's probably DC. Hey,
DC is not missing. DC is at Auburn Next TV, man. All right, man. We'll see y'all Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. It is one love, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? We out this month. Holla, man. We'll see y'all later.
Boys and girls of all
Let's go.
ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.